straight to you. Can you turn down the volume on the right input for that? Turn it down one more.
Oh boy, where did that go?
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as Newport High graduate Seth Wilson performs the national anthem. Please join me in welcoming the Newport High class of 2022. It is with the greatest of pleasures that I welcome parents, families, and friends to the 2022 Newport High School graduation program. I would like to acknowledge our dignitaries, Lincoln County School District Superintendent, Dr. Karen Gray. You can wave, there you go. Wave. Lincoln County School Board Chair, Liz Martin. Lincoln County School Board Member, Mike Rawls. Administrative Assistant to the Superintendent and School Board, Eddie Simonton. Human Resources Director, Tiana Tucker. Secondary Director, Miley's Tolan. Yaquina View Principal, Kristen Becker. Newport Booster President, Amy Thompson. And Site Council members, Helen Layton and Tina Watanabe. We would also like to thank JC Market for the beautiful flower donations and Ultrasonic DJ services for the outstanding sound and lighting. I personally want to say a big thank you to Samantha Murphy, Vicki Roller, Melinda Dye, Crystal Greenwald, lead custodian Ryan Knight, and all of our other Newport High School staff helpers for their hard work in organizing tonight's program and all of the other senior activities. Thank you to teacher Jake Carlson, who is providing live streaming of graduation, and band director Robbie Carr. And finally, I want to thank my amazing assistant principals, Adam Scarberry and Shelley Moore, for their support. Please now welcome Lincoln County School District Superintendent, Dr. Karen Gray.
What an amazing honor and privilege it is to do tonight. Wonderful graduation event, and to see the incredible support from our community of all of our students, our teachers, staff, for the work that we are doing in Lincoln County. Thank you, Principal Mattson. I appreciate this opportunity to share some brief remarks on this joyful occasion, the graduation of the Newport High School class of 2022. Let's hear it for the kids. My remarks this evening are about how to truly live a meaningful life and the importance of a strong character. To live a meaningful life, you must find something you believe in wholeheartedly. During my many years in college, both at California State University, Fullerton, where I earned my bachelor's and master's degrees, and at the University of Oregon, where I earned my doctoral degree, I took classes that were all about helping children with disabilities and with being a great educational leader. Though all through it all, one of the most important things I learned was that I wasn't going to be successful unless I found something that I believed in with my entire heart and mind. And I was lucky. I found that passion in education. Whatever it is that you end up believing in, recognize that it is that very belief that keeps you going when you become tired, weary, and worn down. Through my 40-plus years in education, I have had my share of ups and downs, joys and tears, trials and tribulations. And the thing that keeps me coming back day after day and year after year is my firm belief in the power of education and the vision that we in education are here to change lives by providing each student with opportunities for a better life. In order to live a highly successful and satisfying life, you must first and foremost believe in yourself. You are the primary reason for your success. You must exude passion for your purpose and be strong and determined in order to achieve it. Believe in yourself. You are the only one that can truly be there for you day or night, weak or strong, up or down. This belief in yourself is connected directly with your character. Your character will keep you on the path to success and happiness. So here are the ABCs of a strong character that I wish for you all tonight. Availability. We are always there to help one another. Bravery. We face our challenges head on. Contentment. We are happy and grateful for the gifts that we have received. Dependable. We do what we say we're going to do. Empathetic. We feel each other's joys and each other's sorrows. Forgiving. We always forgive as we would like to be forgiven. Generous. We give cheerfully and without thought of thanks. Humble. We don't brag or boast about our victories. Integrity. We say what we mean and we mean what we say. Joyful. We find joy in life and in each other. Kind. We lovingly care for each other's needs. Loyal. We show up for each other through good times and bad times. We are mannerly. We treat each other with respect at all times. Neighborly. We greet each other with a smile and kind words. Open-minded. We listen deeply to others in order to learn. Patient. We demonstrate patience at all times with one another. Questioning. We ask good questions that get to the truth. Reverence. We revere all life and all people. Self-controlled. We are careful with our words and our actions. Thankful. We show gratitude for our many blessings. Unwavering. We never give up. We are determined and strong. Visionary. We dream of a better future for all beings. Wise. We make smart choices and listen to our elders. Excited. We are excited for life in every adventure. Youthful. We look at life with interest and through a lens of curiosity. And finally, zest. We approach life with energy and a strong spirit to make a better world for everyone. Thank you all very much, and a big congratulations to the Newport High School graduating class of 22. Good luck to you all, and God bless you.
I stand here today feeling cheated. As a staff, we've spent a great deal of time talking this year about what students have lost in their high school pandemic experience. One homecoming, one winter ball, 2 proms, 3 theater seasons, 3 band concerts, spring sports in 2020, real sports all last year, because let's face it, it should have been. Exchange students, in-person education, and the ability to make connections with their peers and teachers without masks on. And all of that just scratches the surface of what has been stolen from them by a global pandemic. We have spent a great deal of time this year trying to restore education to what it should, return experiences to students that they had lost, and to rebound as a community towards something engaging, undivided, and healthy. And in all of this, we have known as a staff that as a class, you've been cheated. We've worked hard to bring back as much as we could for you, as have you. You've been brave and learned how to engage in a community again. You've competed, performed, fundraised for a community, and taken risks as if the world hasn't spent the last 2 years telling you to hide underneath your bed. Yet, as these days have closed in on this moment of graduation, the staff and I have discovered that in focusing on your loss, we hadn't acknowledged our own. I want to hear Stevie and Johan do the announcements one last time. I want to see Cheer perform one more routine on the court. I want to hear Caden laugh when he is trying not to complain about a referee's call. I want to see Quentin and Austin walk down the hallway side by side, joking about something, and smile at the foot difference in their height. I want to hear Regina's friendly greetings to every staff member whom she walks by. I want to see Stephanie giggling with McKenna. I want to watch Ty capturing memories with his camera. I want to see Cadence smile as she says good morning. I want to see Elliot play staff versus student basketball one more time. I want to see all of you getting into trouble for sneaking out of class and into the Aspire Center to see if Ron has brought snacks. I want to watch my son and his friends who are freshmen look up to the many, many role models they have in this group, the upperclassmen they secretly heroize, and be thankful for the positive influence you are exerting on them, influence I could never have. I feel cheated, but more than that, I feel proud and I feel thankful. The 137 of you behind me have brought us back together. You have reunited us. You, the only group of students to have spent an entire year on campus before we went into lockdown, have modeled for the younger generations who hadn't been in school since middle school how to be high schoolers, how to go to games, buy a ticket to prom, what Sadie Hawkins' dance was, where the best drinking fountain is, how many tardies you can get before you get detention, and other seemingly unimportant ephemera that we will hopefully never take for granted again. This year has been the year for the rebound, and you guys have been the star of the show. When the world tried to steal one thing from you, you learned how to jump higher and faster and grab what you needed. You have faced a global pandemic and come through stronger, wiser, and with a better understanding of the importance of loving those around you and appreciating what you have while you have it. You have lived in a world that told you to give up, and you could have become bitter and resentful, but instead you have soldiered on. You got back to business as normal, created new traditions, and embraced old ones. You never stopped trying, and I couldn't be more proud of you. So while I do feel cheated, and I would love to have one more moment with all of you, I will choose to focus on how grateful I am to have you back at all. I will miss you, and I will always remember you as the class who brought us back. Thank you, class of 2022. Thank you for the rebound. At Newport High School, we believe it is important to teach students to take the time to thank those people who have helped them on life's journey, and it is a long-standing tradition to do so at graduation. It is at this point in the ceremony where we provide them that opportunity. Students, in a moment, you are going to receive 3 coins, just like this one. On one side of these coins is the phrase, "Thank you." Keep one of them as my thank you to you. You have exceeded my expectations, and I am truly proud of you. The other 2 coins are yours to give away. As proud as I am of all of you, you didn't make it here on your own. Your teachers, parents, aunts, uncles, siblings, grandparents, neighbors, and friends all helped you along. When I say go, you will take your coins out into the audience and give them to individuals who you feel you need to take the time to thank today. If your staff member or coach is not present, please remember that the school board members will be over here, standing by with markers in a basket for you to deposit your coins. Those will be delivered Monday. Graduates, thank you for taking the time to thank those who have helped you so far in this journey. We encourage you to continue this lifelong practice of saying thank you. Graduates, you may now reach under your chair for your envelope and go deliver your coins. There's 3 right there. As we begin the next portion of our evening, many of you might feel tempted to come forward to snap a picture or two of your graduates. We beg of you to please remain seated this evening. We are live streaming, and often when you come forward, you block the view for those at home. There will be many opportunities at the end of the ceremony for photos. For now, please enjoy and embrace the moment. Tonight, Newport High School is honored to have 12 valedictorians and 2 salutatorians. Valedictorians are the students with the highest GPA who have earned the honors diploma and have taken a minimum of 6 IB or college courses. A salutatorian is the student or students with the second highest GPA who have earned the honors diploma and taken at least 6 IB or college courses. Before you begin to think in your mind, 12 valedictorians, are we really going to hear 12 speeches? Do not fear. This is a soft-spoken group of vals and sals, and only 5 of them are going to deliver brief remarks. Before we get started with their introductions, however, many of them have participated in a short video for you. I'd like to thank Eric Forrest for all of his time and effort compiling this video for our valedictorians and salutatorians.
My name's Sam Laurel.
My name is Johan Martinez.
My name is Jessica Zaffaroni.
Elliot Crowder.
My name is Annie Lackey. Stevie Singler. Do I have to introduce myself first?
James Lackey.
Stella Barber.
Sharon.
My name is Maisie, and my favorite drink is apple cider.
My name is Lex Roller, and my favorite chain restaurant is Red Lobster.
My name is Aaliyah Larson, and my favorite shoe brand is Vans.
Carly Murray, and I dressed up as Moana for Halloween.
Whoa. Wow.
I don't know a rapper. Like, no one's...
Definitely Mr. Hannah and Nardo Wick.
I would compare Mr. Ellingston to 21 Savage.
One t-shirt, one rapper. Maybe like Miss Murphy and Cardi B.
I'll pick someone fun. I'll pick Dr. Roller and Megan Thee Stallion.
Mr. Ryan and Nicki Minaj. I think of Mr. Hannah kind of as Kendrick Lamar. You know, he's a genius in his field, just like Kendrick.
I don't know, the only thing that's popping in my head is Murphy and Kendrick, but she decided not to do that unit.
Shrek.
Insidious.
That was the first 4 maybe that came to mind.
It's like the antithesis of High School Musical. That's not technically a movie, but it's close enough.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I'm gonna go with Superbad. I mean, I can't really do that because high school is a movie, you know?
Jurassic Park. Wow. Just Harry Potter, you know. Newport High School is like Hogwarts. It doesn't get much better.
High School Musical.
I'll miss just messing around in the meditation room with everyone during 7th and 5th period.
I'm gonna miss you, Johan, on the daily announcements every day, telling me to stay safe and keep it 100.
Sit down.
miss seeing people every day when I go to school.
High school volleyball games.
Oh, I'll miss you, Johan. I'll miss James over here holding the mic. I'm gonna miss the whole community. I'll miss the teachers, everyone.
I think I'll miss being around the same people. Like, part of me won't miss that, but part of me will miss that because it's really comforting. And like being told what to do every day is pretty comforting, and I'll miss it, but I'll miss it.
I'll definitely miss the people. I'll miss the people the most.
Why am I blanking on this? Shout out Mr. Johnson.
The GOAT substitute teacher, my landlord, Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. Bestie Johnson.
My favorite substitute teacher is Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson for sure.
I mean, Mr. Wood, of course.
Oh, for sure, Mr. Wood's son. Young Mr. Wood. That guy's pretty chill.
Mr. Wood's son.
Mr. Bear.
To introduce our first salutatorian, please welcome Miss Bailey Layton.
Okay. It is an honor to have been asked to introduce this amazing young lady. I have to confess that I was a bit taken aback by the request. At first I laughed and I thought it was a joke. Then I realized she was serious. So even though public speaking, one of my biggest fears, I love you, Sharon, I couldn't say no. Sharon Buckley Wheeler is the daughter of Mike Wheeler and Marcia Buckley. She plans on attending the OSU Honors Program in Marine Biology with the end goal of doing shark and ray data collection and analysis. Sharon is involved in many activities through the school and in the community. She has been a part of the aquarium, vice president for the Honor Society, and secretary for Leo Club. Sharon is also very involved with the arts. She has been dancing at Dance and All That Jazz and playing the piano for over 10 years. Sharon, you are a light in this world. You are someone that everyone needs to encounter sometime in their life. You are going to do amazing things. I am so thankful not only to be a part of your life, but that you were a part of my life. I am proud and very honored to introduce Salutatorian Sharon Buckley Wheeler.
To introduce our second salutatorian and our first valedictorian, please welcome math teacher, Mr. Brian Hanna.
It is my pleasure to introduce salutatorian Elliot Crowder. Elliot is the son of Daniela and Elliot Crowder of Newport. Elliot will be attending the University of Oregon this fall and will be majoring in political science, after which he plans to apply to law school to focus on environmental law. Usually, students choose someone who has influenced them to give their introduction, but I would like to flip the script and reveal a little of who Elliot is through his influence on others. At the beginning of this past school year, my family and I experienced two unexpected, major life tragedies. Personally, I was not in a good space for several weeks. But one of the things that got me through each day was knowing that every morning during second period, Elliot would be there with a smile, a joke, and an update on how Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers had performed over the weekend. That was not scripted. He never failed to lift my spirits and brighten my day, and he probably didn't know how important that was for me until right now. Thank you, Elliot. In closing, I'd like to share these three brief quotes which I think summarize some of who Elliot is. First, from Aristotle, "There is no genius without a touch of madness." Second, from psychologist David Johnson, there are no speed limits on the road to excellence. And third, from Michael Scott, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. Please join me in congratulating Salutatorian Elliot Crowder. It is now my pleasure to introduce our first valedictorian, Aaliyah Larson. Aaliyah is the daughter of Andrea and David Larson of Newport. Aaliyah will be attending Carleton College in Northfield, Minnesota this fall, and will be majoring in, I told myself I wasn't going to get emotional, mathematics. For those of you who haven't heard of Carleton College, it's one of the so-called hidden Ivy League colleges. The average GPA of the incoming freshman is 4.02 on a 4-point scale. And they only accept 1/5 of all applicants. Obviously, Carleton saw in Aaliyah what the rest of us already know, that Aaliyah is the real deal triple threat. For those not in the know, I'm referencing her district championships in cross country last November and then her 2 district championships in the 1,500 and 3,000 meter races last month. In addition, she placed in the top 8 in all 3 of those races at the state level. But the real reason Aaliyah is a triple threat is because beyond her hard-earned talents in athletics, and even in mathematics, she is one of the best humans I know. For those of you worried about the future, Aaliyah is the type of person who gives you hope. She is kind, hardworking, humble, and perhaps most importantly, not obsessed with social media. Although Aaliyah is a young woman of few words, so few that she opted not to give a speech this evening, her actions speak volumes. To close, I want to borrow the words of the great Bruce Springsteen and tell Aaliyah that whatever the future holds, baby, you were born to run. Please join me in congratulating valedictorian Aaliyah Triple Threat Larson.
To introduce our next valedictorian, please welcome Campus Dean, Mr. Mark Moore.
Now, I understood there was supposed to be a time limit, so I can't possibly explain how I feel about Carly, but I'll give it a shot. Good evening. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our next valedictorian and daughter of Teresa Murray. I am fairly confident that the reason she asked me to introduce her is that she knows how much I dislike public speaking, and it's her last opportunity to watch me squirm. My earliest memory of Carly was when she was a freshman in the Commons. She could have been acting like most freshmen and testing the boundaries of her newly found academic freedom. However, instead, as we can see tonight, it looks like those choices have paid off. I have watched her grow from a young, emotional student athlete who would get so frustrated with herself that she wouldn't even be able to take part in the team huddle, to a mature young woman of composure and strong sense of team, with a work ethic second to none. I am proud to introduce to you valedictorian Carly Murray.
Please welcome our incredible Aspire mentor, Ron Brocklehurst, to introduce our next valedictorian.
Good evening. Jessica Craig Zaffaroni. It's with extreme mixed feelings that I introduce Jessica Craig. Sad because I will surely miss her 10,000-watt smile whenever she'd walk into the Aspire Center. Joyful because of the anticipation of where her journey will take her. She's honored me by asking me to introduce her. All the high-level academic awards, the IB classes, the 4.0 grade point average aside, it is her strength of character, her superb work ethic, and her constant striving to do the very best that she can that best define her. There is little doubt she'll accomplish amazing and wonderful things in her life. And I personally can hardly wait for the day that I get to call her doctor. She will be attending Oregon State University, where she will be majoring in pre-med. She is joined by many family members, including her mom, Greta Zaffaroni. It's my distinct honor and great pleasure to say to you, please congratulate Valedictorian Jessica Craig Zaffaroni.
Please now welcome Assistant Cross Country Coach, Dr. David Larson.
It's my pleasure to introduce James Lackey tonight. To know James, you must first understand distance running. Distance runners are often seen as strange, spending hours running through the cold, the heat, the wind, the rain, and sometimes nice weather. The workouts can be brutal, and racing is not for the meek. As one runner put it, if it doesn't hurt, you're not doing it right. James understands and thrives in these conditions. He is the crazy guy you see out running in the rain, shirtless despite the cold, pushing the pace when the race slows down, giving his best, and fighting until the end. Running is a four-season sport. It requires year-round training in order to reach your potential. For some runners, it can be difficult to convince them of this need, but not for James. For James, we needed a different approach. We had to convince him that recovery days are also important. This is James, a relentless trainer and student of the sport. A sport that requires mental fortitude and endurance, a sport where there are no timeouts, there are no intermissions. The gun goes off, you must push yourself all the way through the pain to the finish line. This is where James shines. His hard work has culminated in a podium finish at state at the world's greatest track and field venue, Hayward Field. With his strength, perseverance, and endurance, I know he will excel in college at Western Oregon University, where he will study exercise science while competing in cross country and track. The lessons he has learned through distance running will also serve him well as he pursues a career in medicine. Please help me congratulate James with his parents, Lisa and Jeff Lackey, on all that he has accomplished as he graduates today, a valedictorian.
Please now welcome to introduce our next three valedictorians, English teacher, Miss Rachel Newby.
I have to set something up real fast. Thank you. My first person that I'm introducing is Stella Barber. If you could come on down. The first thing that I would like to say is James and Shelley Barber, thank you so much for raising a wonderful person. If you know Stella at all, you know that she really likes shoes. So Stella, I got you a knockoff version of Crocs. If you look inside, they're called Sport, so they're high-end. Something about Stella, she's an amazing athlete. She's a really good academic as well. But there's something that I've had to do for her. She actually borrowed my shoes during track. And if you know anything about javelin, you have to have very specific shoes. And she didn't have any, so I let her borrow mine. Stella, there's something I want you to know. Don't ever feel like you have to fill someone else's shoes. You're good enough to fill your own. You're smart enough to fill your own. and you're going to go on, and other people will want to fill your shoes. So wherever you go, make sure you remember you're good enough for your own shoes. My next person is Maisie Colette. Come on down. Again, Aaron and Janae, thank you so much for raising a wonderful human. Maisie, this lamp is for you, so go ahead and hold that lamp. I know it's kind of weird. Yeah, you can bend the legs too if you want to bend the legs. Yeah. So something about Maisie. Maisie is one of those people who kind of likes to sit in the background. She observes a lot of people. She does a lot of things where she picks up on details. And Maisie wants to go to PSU to be an artist. And to be an artist, you have to be very observant of other people. And you have to be observant of details. And this lamp, if you set it just so, you can actually set something on there where, go ahead and turn it on. Right here, right. Yeah. You can set something on there where the lamp shines light on something else. And Maisie, I just want you to know it's your time to shine. You don't have to shine on other people anymore. As you go off into your future, feel the confidence and the knowledge that you have the ability to shine on your own. And I'm really excited for what you're going to do in the future. Go ahead. You can unplug. Sorry, it's awkward. Okay. My last person is Annie Lackey. Come on down. Again, Jeff and Lisa, thank you so much for raising a wonderful human. Annie, this is actually a medal and a 10-pound weight. Now, there's something about Annie that I hugely understand, and both of us really, really like achievement. If you know anything about Annie, she's probably one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. I've had conversations with her where I'm like, what? I have no idea what you're talking about, but it's so, so smart. And I recently got my second master's, and she started talking about the research that she was doing with all of these people, and she got to explain to a room full of older men how to do something. And I was like, those are goals right there. But she also really likes the author Virginia Woolf, and so there's a quote on here that I wrote. So it says, "When you consider things like the stars, our affairs don't seem to matter very much, do they?" And something that I want you to remember, Annie, is that you matter. Scientifically speaking, you have mass and take up space. But also, you matter so much. And I want you to remember that when your achievements get heavy, you matter. You can put some things down, and you still matter. So, to remind you to put some things down, go ahead and hold this for a second. It's a little heavy, huh? Yeah. So you can put some things down, and even if you don't reach all of your goals, you still matter, you're still worth it, and you're still enough. She gets to speak now.
I am made and remade continually. Different people draw different words from me. This is a quote from Virginia Woolf, a renowned 20th century author, who I could talk about forever, but that's not why we're here. We're here to recognize the efforts of those that sit behind me over the last 4 years. Efforts to find ourselves, make something of ourselves, set ourselves up to live a life that means something. And now minutes, I guess you could say seconds, away from the finish line, we reflect. We see all that we have done, all of the assignments, games, dances, assemblies, meetings, cleanups, tests, and IB exams, which are specific brand of terrible, and all of that for one piece of paper feels a little weird to me. All of the time and effort only to play in your last game, recycle the paper, wave goodbye to casual friends, and close the curtain.
But that isn't really the end, because in these 4 years, we've been given the opportunity to go closer to those that occupy the same spaces, first bound together by necessity, but later by friendship. We've all interacted with each other in one way or another, even if it's as simple as passing each other in the hallways. We've all left a mark on every other person in this class, even if you may need a microscope to see it. It's a mark we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives, and I think that's really beautiful. We are made and remade continually by those around us, and for the last 4 years, it's been those that sit behind me. So as we sit here in one room for one last time, I want to say thank you. Thank you for helping me become who stands before you today, and thank you for doing the same to others. Congratulations to the class of 2022. We're moving on.
Please now welcome to introduce our next two valedictorians, English and Social Studies teacher, Miss Samantha Murphy.
Our next valedictorian is the son of John and Nana Fritz, and he will be attending Lewis and Clark College in the fall. Most of you in this gym know Jonathan for his athletic involvement within our community. His coaches would say that he is, frankly, a stud. There is very little he can't do on a court or a field. As fans, during a game, he makes us feel safe, like everything is going to be okay. If John didn't catch a ball out there in center field, it just wasn't catchable. So yes, athletically, he is a lot of fun to watch compete. Yet there is an entirely different side to John that only his teachers and classmates have been privileged to experience. Academically, he is highly intelligent, a truly gifted writer, and a reflective, critical, and independent thinker. When I read John's papers, I know I'm going to read something different than what everyone else has been saying. And for all of his public shyness, he won't be speaking tonight. For all of his public shyness, he also has an exceptionally goofy side. He recently made a really great Lady Macbeth, for example. So perhaps my favorite thing about him is that when I greet him at the door each day and say, hey, nice home run last night, or hey, nice job on your thesis statement, his eyes light up in the exact same way. One isn't more important than the other to him. He is just happy to have been successful. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Jonathan Fritz. This one's hard for me. They're all hard, but as a teacher, I have a secret adopt list. Students that I wish I could claim as my own. Our next valedictorian is just such a student, but I'm very confident that her mother, Stephanie Singler, would never give her up. When I was 6 years old, the first Star Wars came out, and there, in the midst of all of its incredible blockbusterness, was this amazing new female character. In Princess Leia, my generation of women were presented with a powerful woman who became the rebel leader and fought a war against an evil empire. Stevie Singler reminds me of Princess Leia. Powerful, intelligent, athletic, fearless, gritty, insightful, and tough. She has not been without academic, athletic, or personal challenges on her journey, but she faces these moments with a balance of great composure and tremendous fierceness. She has learned to laugh at herself when she makes mistakes, to put others' needs before her own, to not be deterred by failure, and to stand up for what she believes is right. As I have told her so many times, she is who I wish I would have been as both a student and an athlete when I was her age. I've spent her high school journey announcing her as she came up to bat in softball, and I'm thrilled to be able to do that one last time as she comes to the podium to speak. Headed off to Linfield in the fall, ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Stevie Singler.
As there are many people I would like to thank, my siblings and family are one of them. especially my sister Jules. She is my role model, boss, and best friend all in one. She is so amazing. Jules, did I forget anything you told me to say? I've been asking for ideas on what to say, and everyone just asks me, what do you want to leave people with? What do you want people to know? And when I ask myself that, simply, I want people to know the impacts they've had on my life. I want to start off by thanking everyone for being here and giving a spotlight to the boosters and to our community. There are a lot of things I would not have been able to participate in as a kid without the financial and social support of all of you. For those memories of feeling a part of a team, I thank you for. For those memories of struggling as a family and you guys always helping us survive, I thank you. Secondly, I want to start off by thanking the teachers and the staff. There are teachers like Mr. Hanna and Miss Murphy who have a special way of providing you with information that somehow actually sticks with you. I wrote in parentheses for the most part. There are teachers like Miss Newby who have a radiating vibe and who you just love to see in the halls and forget that they aren't your friend, they're actually your teacher. I could brag for hours about my awesome mentors, Ron Brocklehurst and Penny Schultz, but I only have 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes to rock this podium, so I have to move quickly. Besides the family of my own, I would consider 4 other homes part of my family. I want to take the time to thank the Bruns family, the Barber family, the Hall family, and the Murray family. Sorry. All of you have played a special role in my life and have always made me feel like I have a home. You guys have raised kids that I hope to be a part of my life forever, and even if they aren't, they definitely will never be forgotten. Last but not least, I want to thank my family. As cliche as it seems to say, your siblings really do become your best friends. I think that is the hardest and scariest step about next lives for me, especially. I'm going to miss sitting on the toilet and someone knocking immediately because we all share one bathroom. Did I mention I am the middle of 5 kids? To end it off, I want to spotlight my mother. My mom is the most hardworking, selfless, compassionate, and caring person I know, along with so much more. Growing up, I have watched her struggle, and she never let those struggles define us as a family. I wouldn't be in this spot as valedictorian without every sacrifice she has made for us. I also want to thank her for believing in me every step of the way. I want you to know how much I love you, and how you have inspired me in so many ways that I will never be able to explain to you. I hope it can make you as proud as I am, Mother. To the class of 2022, stay safe, wear a freaking shirt, and keep it 100.
Please now welcome to introduce our next 2 valedictorian social studies teacher, Mr. Ben Ryan.
It is my honor tonight to announce our next valedictorian, Johan Martinez. Johan is the son of David and Elia Martinez. As a student in my IB history class, Johan showed a tremendous love of my content, which I have to tell you as a history teacher is typically fairly rare. This can be shown by some of his greatest hits the last 2 years, which include genuine bewilderment that Cambodian General Lon Nol, spelled backwards, is in fact Lon Nol. Or in leading announcements during Soviet school this year, instead steadfastly referring to all of his peers as comrades. Or excitement over learning that the word car is just short for the word carriage, although I'm almost certain that last one is not true. Johan is a unique and gifted individual who works hard in every facet of his life. He is dedicated to excellence both inside and outside the classroom, and his jokes in class are mostly appropriate. His commitment to excellence will serve him well in both college and in life. I know I speak for many in this room when I say that Johan will be sorely missed next year. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate valedictorian Johan Martinez.
Dam me up. Good evening, Newport High School. I'm one of your class of 2022 valedictorians. I like to preface by saying that I opened my 5th grade time capsule for a school project, and it said, and I quote, "I hope you, to my future self, I hope you graduate top class." I missed the off, but I think this could attest to that. So my past self is definitely very proud. Who else would be proud than my parents, who I would like to thank? Elliot and David Martinez, 2 wonderful people and parents. I witnessed them work through multiple stressful jobs while I was growing up. Their resilience has inspired me to remain strong in all my endeavors, no matter success. They raised me to be grateful, independent, and welcoming, and I did this for them. Getting on a stage can't be done alone without the help of the wonderful staff present in Newport High. The teachers have saved me a couple times, and I would not be up here without the help they gave me. I'd like to shout out Mr. Richardson, who told me in my freshman year I can call him by his first name when I have a diploma in my hand. To which I responded, "I'll do it in my valedictorian speech." How do you like me now, Oliver? In 3rd grade, I remember competing against someone to be the first to memorize the multiplication tables. They were my closest friend at the time, and we've remained best friends ever since. Thank you, Stevie Singler, for being one of the most influential people in my life, a fun co-host, and Rotary Students of the Month together, and valedictorians together. A simple action sparked a passion for learning in myself, a passion that dictated the course of my life ever since, to seek only today being valedictorian and an IB diploma recipient, hopefully in September. To the future generations, it's never too late to start. The simplest actions as a little kid can cascade to something bigger than you could ever imagine. If any first-gen students out there listening, work hard and excel for anything you do. Do it for yourself, the community you came from, and your parents. To all my classmates, this is not the end. We all got years ahead of us, years we could spend improving ourselves and the community we'll end up living in. The next step in our lives might be scary to think about. Whenever you doubt yourself, always remember that if we went through a pandemic and the occasional staff change, we can do anything. Anyway, I'd like to end off just like Stevie Singler. That is all for tonight, Cubs. Wherever life takes us, make sure to always stay safe and keep it 100.
Perfect. Last time I was like down here. It is also my honor to introduce our next valedictorian, Sam Laurel. His parents are Ben Laurel and Louise Copeman. I've had the pleasure of teaching Sam for 3 years since he was a sophomore in my U.S. history class. And as a sophomore, Sam's ability to write was on par with many of where my IB seniors were at the time. In some cases, he was even better. And since then, his writing has obviously only improved. Sam does not know this, but this year, in my opinion, he wrote what I believe to be the best internal assessment for IB history that I have seen in my career. Sam is probably one of the most dedicated students I have ever taught. He is the kind of student every teacher wishes they had more of. He is inquisitive, brilliant, and attentive. He is funny, engaged, and genuinely cares more for learning than just for his grade. Ultimately, though, it is Sam's hard work and his integrity that make him stand out the most, and I will miss him tremendously next year. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating valedictorian Sam Laurel.
My apologies to Lex's script, which I just stepped on. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ryan, for your words of encouragement. I just first want to start out by thanking my family up there for being here. Thank you, Mom and Dad. As you know, I like to take credit for a majority of my accomplishments, but in truth, a lot of them would not have been attainable without you two. Thank you to my family in Canada who couldn't be here today. Also, thank you to my set of grandparents who are watching this at home right now. Thank you to my family in Minnesota that I'll get to know better next year as I have the opportunity to continue a Laurel family tradition of attending St. Olaf College. Also, thank you to my coaches, Tom Swinford and Dave Larson, who have made me a better athlete. And thank you to my teachers who have mentored me and taught me lifelong lessons along the way. Class of 2022. Many people think that we've reached the end of the road, that high school is our Mount Everest, our highest peak. However, I think that view is flawed. It's important to remember the great times we shared together. Many of us have been in the presence of one another, learned together, and been friends for the last 12 years of our life or more. Others have joined us later along the journey, but no matter what, we all shared one significant goal: to be here today. I often find myself up late at night, trying to sleep, staring at the ceiling, thinking, what's next, and what is the right decision? Many of you may choose to further your education through trade school, community college, or university. Some of you may choose to directly enter the workforce. A small handful of you may travel and explore the world to figure out who you truly are. So to answer those questions that we are intimidated by on a daily basis, there is a next chapter. And that chapter in the book is whatever you choose to write on the page. After today, it's your life to create, your world to experience, and your opportunity to make the most of whatever path you choose. There's no right decision on what to do after high school, as long as you set your eyes on an end goal, just like you did to be here today. Life is a journey. We complete one segment and move on to the next. With passion, perseverance, each segment will be better and more special in its own way. Street philosopher and lyrical genius Jermaine Cole, also known as J. Cole, once said, "No such thing as a life that's better than yours." Don't let this segment be your best, and never settle for anything less than you want in life. Thank you.
Our final valedictorian has chosen someone who has known him for a very, very long time. Please now welcome school counselor and mom, Dr. Vicki Roller.
Before I introduce our final valedictorian, I would like to take a moment to congratulate and celebrate all of the senior parents. As a senior parent, I wholeheartedly understand the journey it took to get to this moment and the wave of emotions we are all feeling. So seniors, you owe your parents a congratulations. It is my great honor. I'm fine. It's my great honor to introduce our final valedictorian, my son, Lex Roller. Whew. Yeah. I have thought about this moment for a very long time, trying to find the words to describe such a remarkable young man. Oh, thank you, Johan, thank you. However, there are simply no words to convey how truly amazing he is. Nevertheless, I do want to share a few highlights with all of you. First, clearly he is brilliant. He's a valedictorian. He's smarter than me. But he's also inquisitive and filled with wonder, always seeking out knowledge. He loves to be different and set himself apart from the norm. So during a global pandemic, he secured a scholarship to attend flight school. While we were all navigating Zoom, Mr. Ryan complaining in my office about nobody turning their camera on, and students saying, "Miss Murphy, you're still on mute. I can't hear you." Lex Roller was flying an airplane all over Oregon. One day when I was sitting in my office when there were no students here, I text him, hey Lex, where are you? I think Mr. Ryan wants Chipotle today. He sent me a picture and he said, somewhere over Salem. See you tonight for dinner. He entered his senior year with a private pilot's license. Next, he's a looker. Such a handsome young man. But more importantly, his heart is gold. He loses graciously and he wins humbly. He doesn't seek out recognition or chase the accolades. Rather, he chooses to serve his school quietly and behind the scenes. He shared with me how proud he was of the work that he led with the school improvement committee that they completed this year. They installed skateboard racks, added tables to the student lounges. They planned a mural with Mr. McEnany for the school. He was determined to make Newport High School a better place for his classmates and the future students of Newport High School. Finally, he's a risk taker, meaning he does not put limits on his goals. He dreams big, and he takes the steps to make things happen. He will not settle for mediocrity. He tells me, hey, Dr. Roller. Yes, he calls me Dr. Roller. It's very weird. I tell him that Mom is okay. He says, hey, Dr. Roller, I want to build rockets and go to space. And if anyone can make that happen, it's Lex Roller. The Newport High School staff describe him as mature, funny, always a man with a plan, caring, and intellectually gifted with a propensity to succeed and to support the success of others. He is leaving Newport High School better than he found it, and that is success. Lex, your brother and I are overwhelmingly, Leo, you got this? Okay. We are overwhelmingly proud of you. You lead our family with your wit and your humor, and we know that we can always count on you to be the rational one. Leo and I love you so very much. So with great enthusiasm, I present our final valedictorian. He will be attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Daytona Beach, Florida to study aerospace engineering and computer science. Please congratulate valedictorian Alexander Roller.
Thank you, Mom. I love you. So I know I'm facing this way, but this speech is mainly for you guys. So first, I'd like to thank all of you for coming. It's been a strange 2 years, and it's really nice to be back. When people get up here, or when I see people out in town, the first thing they usually say is, look, you made it, or we made it. But to be honest with you, I never really liked that idea. Saying we've made it sounds like we're done when really our lives have just begun. I've known most of y'all since 6th grade, and I've witnessed the potential we all have. I know you all can go far if you work hard at whatever you may be doing. I don't know if any of you have seen The Truman Show, but there's this line that goes, we accept the reality of the world with which we are presented. Truman is a guy that has had every part of his life scripted, directed, and controlled by the people around him until eventually he gets tired and decides to create his own life. Now, I know our lives aren't that extreme, but that's not why I brought this up. You see, in our lives, people are going to tell us what we should do and what we shouldn't. They're going to judge and criticize and always have something to say. It can be hard to ignore them, but they don't know you like you know yourself. They couldn't possibly understand what you've been through and how you got here. So don't try to make them. Believe in yourself and be confident in what you believe. Don't ever accept the reality that is presented to you. Always create your own. You all can do anything you want in this world. Now my time's almost up. and sadly, this may be the last time some of you all ever see me. You are all my heroes and inspire me to be better every day. Every single one of you can be amazing. But in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you.
Now please welcome IB Coordinator Jody Hanna.
It is a privilege to be here today to honor our 2022 graduates. I've had the opportunity to work with many of the students graduating today, and I am proud of their determination and grit. We have many wonderful courses and programs and extracurricular activities at Newport High School, and I have the awesome job of overseeing the challenging, globally recognized International Baccalaureate Diploma program. Many Newport High School students sign up for the added academic challenge of taking one or more IB courses. These college-level courses offer students an opportunity to learn skills necessary for success at a four-year college or university. This is the 15th year Newport High School has graduated International Baccalaureate Diploma candidates, and this year we had 47 students take 127 exams. I give special thanks to the Lincoln County School District, Mrs. Matson, Dr. Roller, and the IB teachers whose commitment to the program has ensured its success. I also want to give a special shout out to the IB Diploma parents whose support is critical. 12 students have completed the rigorous requirements to earn the full IB Diploma this year, the most we've ever had during the most challenging 2 years we've ever had. This distinction requires a minimum of 6 IB classes, the philosophy class Theory of Knowledge, a 4,000-word extended essay, which you can read about in your program, and tracking hours of creativity, activity, and service while identifying the 7 IB learning outcomes: strengths and growth, challenges and skills, initiative and planning, commitment and perseverance, collaborative skills, global engagement, and ethics of choices and actions. These students have been involved at Newport High School in cross-country, track, theater, cheerleading, marching band, and as avid tutors, among many other activities. And they have also served as officers in school clubs as well as working after-school jobs. 5 of our IB Diploma graduates are valedictorians, earning a 4.0 GPA, and 1 salutatorian with a 3.98, demonstrating that students can maintain high grades and also be involved in many extracurricular activities while undertaking this challenging program. The special achievement of these students is recognized today by the IB medallion, which they are wearing, as well as the diploma, which will arrive in September. Many will also receive college credit and scholarship money for their IB achievements. We've been through a lot this year, these 12 students and I want to remind them that while procrastination will never be your friend, Oreos always will. We ate a lot of Oreos, didn't we, Johan? Yeah. It is with great respect and admiration and truly love for these students that I introduce our IB Diploma candidates. Please hold your applause until the end. Nina Bain will attend University of Oregon, where she will study human physiology. Emily Chang will attend Oregon State University, where she will study biohealth sciences. Anaya Chipman will study biology and education at Oregon Coast Community College. Cassandra Cutter will attend Oregon State University Honors College, where she will study biohealth sciences. Shayla Hubbard will attend Oregon State University and study biology. Ariana Mendoza will attend Oregon State University, where she will study biohealth sciences. And our IB Diploma valedictorians, Annie Lackey, Aaliyah Larson, Samuel Laurel, Johan Martinez, and Jessica Craig Zaffaroni, and salutatorian Sharon Buckley Wheeler. Congratulations to our 2022 Newport High School International Baccalaureate Diploma candidates.
To present the 2022 commencement speaker, please welcome for one last opportunity to do the daily announcements, Stevie Singler, and Johan Martinez.
Pull out your phone. You don't have your phone? I forgot my speech at home. I'm sorry.
It's on Google Docs.
This is also a problem.
Good evening, Newport High School. We are Stevie Singler.
And Johan Martinez.
Today is Saturday, June 11th at 7:31 p.m., and we are here for one last daily announcement.
Tonight's speaker is very influential and important to our class.
She is someone who passes you in honors English by taking part in Lego activities.
This person saved my GPA sophomore year.
She almost killed my GPA with the Fahrenheit 451 sophomore year.
The pandemic stopped her from assigning a big research paper in its advanced sophomore English.
The pandemic saved me.
This person yelled at me to shut up in theory of knowledge last year.
This person also challenges herself to walk over like 300 miles in 1 month.
This person had easily the most fun class to take during distance learning sophomore year.
This person is the coolest person who wears stick figure t-shirts.
Most importantly, she loves our Cubs.
And she loves lean cuisine meals for lunch every day.
We can all appreciate the energy she brings to all her classes and coaching track. Especially in the last couple of years at Newport, she is always a source of joy, entertainment, positivity, and mind-breaking ways of knowing. We're pleased to introduce
Tonight's legendary commencement speaker,
Rachel Newby.
I might end up taking this off, but we'll see. The first thing I would like to say to the class of 2022 is thank you for coming. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. That's one of the things that I would like to tell the students every single day as they came back through my door when we went for a walk outside. A lot of people thought maybe that was a waste of time. But for me, it never was. I was always glad to talk to you, always glad to make new connections, always glad to see your faces, even if you were whining about gas prices or upset about your car not working anymore, or any of the things that were going on. I was always glad to make the connection. Tonight, one of the things that I want everyone to remember is that we get through things because of the connections that we make. The meaningful things that we do together as groups. Class of 2022, should we bring Pam into this? Now, some of you are like, who's Pam? Pam is my mom. If you get the opportunity to teach a high school student, at some point in time, they will tell a your mom joke. For example, I could say, you should do your homework, and someone might say, oh, that was a bad one. Good job. So your mom is usually involved. So one day I was talking, I said something, and someone in the back said, your mom. And I said, don't bring Pam into this. And for some reason that caught the students so off guard that instead of derailing the whole class and, having it go into laughter, everyone was like, wait, yeah. Don't bring Pam into this. So now I think some of the students actually have that as a comeback. Hopefully you do. Actually, one of them did use it and it backfired just a little bit. So if we could give a round of applause for Pam. She's here. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. And we can't forget Jim. Jim is my dad, so give a round of applause for Jim. Thank you. Thank you. One of the things that I wanted to say too was, parents, you are highly influential in your kids' lives. If they invite you, come. They want you to be there. Sometimes they don't invite you, but they still want you to be there. It is highly meaningful for me to have my parents here, and I invited them, and they came. No questions asked. And I think all of you can probably sympathize with that and feel that you invite your parents, you want them to come. At this age, it's hard to want them to come. Sometimes, please, do not come. But keep inviting them. It's important. I'm 32, and I still invite them because they want to be here. If you're a parent who has messed up doing that, it's not too late. Your kids aren't very old. You guys aren't very old, sorry. So if you've messed up, turn over a new leaf tonight. Start coming to things. Kids, if you've messed up and told your parents not to come, start inviting them to things. I know your relationships can be strained sometimes. Parents, I know they can be strained sometimes, but again, we are better together, and the connections we make with each other get us through a lot of things. Okay, the next thing that I want to do, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but I like show and tell. So, how many of you, just give a woo if you've seen the new Top Gun movie? There we go. Okay, nice. I'm not going to spoil it too badly, so if you haven't seen it yet and you're super mad right now, don't worry. It's not going to be a big deal. But one of the things is they are tasked to do something that is seemingly impossible. And all of them, these pilots, are thinking there's no way we could possibly do this. And then they are shown that it is possible. So it's highly important as we move forward in this pandemic, as we move forward in all of the stuff that we are doing, we're trying to live our lives, tell, but also show. So one of the things that we're going to do tonight, if you are with me, is we're going to make some rain. So we're better together. That's the first thing that I need you to know. But the second thing I need you to know, it is way more powerful to show than to just tell. So I'm going to put this back. Hopefully it works. There we go. I got it. And I brought my chair up so I could help us make rain. So I'm going to show you how to do it first. Some of you have probably done this before. You're like, isn't that an elementary school thing? Yes, it is actually. But it's also a thing that we can do with a lot of different people. So the first key is that you have to be completely silent besides the motion that we're making at the time. So the first motion, don't do anything yet, but the first motion is going to be this. So you're just rubbing your hands together. The second motion is going to be this, but the goal is to do it intermittently so you're not synced up with someone next to you. Okay, the next one is here, and then you're going to hit your legs, and then you're going to stomp your feet. That's why I have my chair, because it's really weird to stomp my feet while I'm standing up. Okay, the other thing is, it's kind of nice to have a lag, so don't be like, oh, they're doing it, I have to do it immediately. It's okay if you're a little bit slow. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to work our way up to stomping, and then we're going to work our way back down, and I'll show you when to do the things. Is everyone good? Give me a woo if you're good. All right, here we go. Great job. Now, I think we all know what rain is, living here. But I also really like symbols, if you can't tell that either. And rain is really symbolic of a lot of things. So some of the things that rain is symbolic of is like, being super sad. You've heard the saying, when it rains, it pours. And that's a really negative way to look at rain. A lot of times we can feel like, well, this is just awful and it couldn't be any worse. And then it starts raining, right? But one of the things that I want you to think about is, as we've gone through these past few years, things have gotten pretty bad at times. But who were the people that were with you in the rain? And I think some of you probably isolated for a while. And then you're like, what am I doing? This is awful. And rain is kind of awful by yourself. But when you start to dance with it, or you start to feel kind of better with someone by you, it makes it a whole lot bearable. A whole lot more bearable than just sitting there in the rain by yourself. There's also a book that I read recently. It's called Win, and it talks about how we connect well with other people. We have meaningful connections, and one of the things that we do is, in big groups, we make sounds together. It sounds really weird, but at the very baseline level, we're just animals trying to live, and we all have rhythms inside of us, and when we can sync our rhythms together, we feel like we've made some sort of meaning. Look at us, we just made rain. The next thing that I want to do is going to be a little bit more difficult. So Noah Larson, you're helping me back there, and I have Samiha and Julie saying you're going to help me too. Can everyone please get out there rainy? But if we shine together, it makes it a whole lot better. Now, there's something else I want you to think about. My parents are the reason I am the way that I am. You're welcome. Thanks, Pam and Jim. My mom, something that she does is she practices her smile. I was a little girl, and I walked into her room, and she was looking in the mirror, and she was smiling, and I said, Mom, what are you doing? And she said, I'm practicing my smile. And I said, why? And she said, you never know when you're going to need it. And sometimes that feels fake, right? Oh, you're just practicing a fake smile. But sometimes you need to practice, because what you practice, you're going to do. What you practice, you're going to do. What are you practicing? My dad is the reason that I love all these objects. He's the reason that I teach the way I do. He's the reason that I speak poetically and I think about symbols and I love all of that stuff. He's a dynamic speaker. Thank you, Dad. Now I want you to think about yourself as both a light and a disco ball. You are reflecting the lights around you, whether you want to or not. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are the lights that are shining on you? Now, we got a lot of different facets. There's not just one mirror going on here. You have a lot of different people that you get to reflect, and you're not just one thing. But you will start looking like the people that you're surrounded by. When you go on to your next steps, it is very important who you choose to be your friends. Some of you realize that right now. As you're sitting next to the people you're sitting next to, go ahead and look at them. Who are you sitting next to? You probably look just a little bit like them, maybe in attitude, maybe in style. Who knows? But you also look like your parents. Parents, it is very important that you realize how much you're shining on your kids. I want to end with this. Everyone got a domino when they came in. It says the word effect. If you haven't realized it by now, you have a huge effect on the people around you. If you look at the back, there might be initials, there might not be. When we're close to people, we affect them. Also, sometimes when we're far away from people, we affect them. It's the domino effect. There are things in our lives that we don't know how I'm going to affect someone else. So the initials are, oh, I know those people, I've affected them, definitely. But sometimes there's people that we don't know we're going to affect down the road. So to end all of this, I would like to show you a video, and you guys are in it, okay? So I'm going to show you the video, and that's going to be the very end. At the last part, it zooms in on 2 dominoes, and that's just, again, to symbolize how how much we need each other. Also, this did not go as planned at all. And just remember, sometimes things don't go as planned, but we should still do them. We should still try to affect each other positively. Thank you.
We definitely felt cheated out of a lot of time with these kids, and although we put time limits on all of our speakers, I think we all just want to hold on one more time. So at this point, the moment you have all been waiting for, it is now time to present the graduating class of 2022. To announce our graduates, please welcome math and avid teacher Nicole Rasmussen and school counselor Dr. Roller. And to present the diplomas, please welcome math teacher Brian Hanna and campus dean Mark Moore. Ariana Mendoza. Regina Ray Wamsley. Emily Chang. Andrea Gonzalez Segura. Yarden Hosanna Vota. Tanya Leon Diego. Ariel Flowers. Elise Ann Eisen. Donaldo Gregorio Jimenez. Cedric Pablo Pablo. Eduardo Valdivia Mendoza. Sergio Pablo Ramos. Michelle Nicole Storm. Rosalie Helen May Zakariski. Riley Robert Southwell. Saint Sheehan. Austin Loomis. Lance Stephen Johnson. Wyatt Ledbury. Aiden Pockris. Catherine Port. Adrian Mobley. Eric Forrest. Haley Carmody. McKenna Schultz. Stephanie Gonzalez. Asia May Simpson. Joseph Dale Benton. Ariana Melanson.
Nevin Vargas Rios. Gary James Dyer. David Conrad Dyer. Jacob Matthew Bratton. Elizabeth Stanwood. Naya Lynn Shapiro. Grace Kennedy Schroyer. Shayla Noel Hubbard. Alyssa Isla Scriver. Chase Michael Shriver. Logan Rayanne Hunter. Yaslin Noemi Montalvo Gomez. Giovanni Yael Diaz Gomez. Zach Hatman. CJ Edwards. Alejandra Marie Galicia Correo. Benito Trejo. Isaías Alberto Rodriguez. Suhe Gonzalez Gabriel. Jennifer Alatriste Hernandez. Jasmine Rivera Rojas. Reagan Page Monroe. Hannah Faye Gordon. Kaikoa Alapai Sargent. Kaylee Nicole Leonard. Tora Lee Lyon Suter. Laura Marino Baltazar. Haley Rose Moats. Madison Halliday Oxen. Peter Rocco Perucci. Orion Caspian Beal. Jonah Cash Kraus. Jason Wayne Edward Hutman Jr. Henry Edward Giles. Lyle Douglas Dillingham. Sterling Ames. Ayana Beck. Alfonso Uriel Santos. Kenneth Galicia Correo. Adan Uriel Montavo Ruiz. Aline Velasquez. Adriana Barragan Espinoza.
Anaya Chipman. Cyrus Hernandez. Mario Santos Hernandez. Noah Platt. Seth Wilson. Damian Israel Crane. Camille Follett. Cadence Marie Redwine. Elia Jasmine Garcia Ramos. Quentin Deshawn Travis. Nazalia Isabel Garcia. Madeline Elizabeth Bailey. Lily Nicole Mello. Marisol Septimo Alcozer. Sarah Shaylina Vargas. Carly Murray. Charlie Rhett Moore. Cassandra Danielle Cutter. Sarah Grace Rash. JPR Keating. Alyssa Pearl Smith. Kaya Ann Watanabe. Lauren Ryan Lampshire. Christina Zaffaroni. Cheyenne Jean Vance. Aaliyah Zoe Larson. Maisie Noelle Collette. Nina Morningstar Bain. Kale Branford. Timothy Shaden Pettit. Miguel Angel Torres Mateos. Noah Quinn Daniels. Carter Scott Anderson. Timothy Bruce Favre. Zachary Donovan Meissner. Ocean Alexander McHugh. Grace Nevaeh Hossotter. Grace Brown. Camden Reese Galen. Carson Ross Braxling. Aiden Keith Pierres. Elliot Joseph Crowder. Stella Reese Barber. Hallie Ann Hall. James Byron Lackey. Samuel Douglas Laurel. Johan Gabriel Martinez. Jonathan Paul Fritz. Tyler Newton Proctor Quillian. Alexander Roller. Rachel Madeline Smith. Adela Lynn Smith. Aileen Singler. Caden Alexander Bruns. Christian Olivas Cabrera. Nathan Raul Albino Tamayo. Elisa Lackey. Jessa Craig Zaffaroni. Sharon Mary Buckley Wheeler. Tamanis Shayton Kat Smith. Johnny Amasaga. Ulysses Gomez Garcia. Tony McCorkle. Xander Ernest King. Irene Mello Cordero. Christopher Davenport.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Newport High School graduating class of 2020. In closing, I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight, and I invite parents, family, and friends to meet their students on the football field immediately following the ceremony. You may exit the 2 doors behind me or through the doors in the southwest corner of the gym. Please leave the southeast exit for the graduates. We also ask that you remain where you are as the graduates exit the gymnasium. Now, I am honored to present to you the Newport High School graduating class of 2022.